Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love, as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly, and you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why we spiritually led here. What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God. Okay? So I'm channeling an energy here. So I'm channeling a fashion witch. This is because there's a hierarchy, a plethora of types, hybrids, and breeds, and archetypes and kinds of witches, right? Not everybody holds the same witchy brew or witch's brew. So this is a fashion witch. The fashion witch is the bottom of the barrel, the beginning of witchcraft, right? You know, this is the kind of person who, it's like, it shows that they are who they are. They don't even have power to be respected for it, feared for it, loved by for it, or anything. Like, this is like that witch that amongst those in her community, whether she's hid that she's a witch or it's known, but everyone around her already sees the darkness in her. They just don't care. But they don't know that this person, you know, is truly of Luciferian satanic energy. This fashion witch, yes, she might be the bottom of the barrel of the witches, but she's still a witch. Yeah, but with the sun reversed here, this person has lost her supposed witch power. I say supposed because witchcraft is not power, okay? It's just darkness. Okay? So with the sun reversed, this person has been playing with the darkness. The sun is reversed. So she's been a fashion witch for a long time. This is, you know, the witch that, like, when she has a crush on someone and that person she knows is not going to want them or is out of their league, she'll cast a spell to make that person like them. And then after, she'll cast another spell to make that person, you know, fall in love with them when they sleep with them after casting a spell to get them. So they, you know, that sort of witch that has to do things piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. Like, I'm casting a spell for this one, and then once this is done, because I cast a spell, and I'll cast another spell on top of that one. And once that spell is done, to just keep maintaining it, I'll do another one and another one and another one, you know. And then there's, you know, for another example, there's witches that they do something, a spell once, and it holds for a specific amount of time. Let's say, for example, 8 months or something like that, right? So the witchcraft has its own things. It's of darkness, but it is what it is. So she has just that bottom of the barrel. She has to do it in every single way, every day. She's like a beginner. We have the Emperor reversed to the Eight of Swords. So with the Emperor reversed to the Eight of Swords here, I'm seeing that, this is definitely someone who is losing control of the person who people think she is. So people have seen them to be a specific kind of a person, but that person that people have seen them to be is no longer, that reputation no longer exists. It's like that reputation, that image, that caliber, people, that status that she used to have, it's no longer what it used to be. Whether or not people know that she's a witch, her status, her caliber, her reputation, her image is the person who she pretends to be and portrays herself to be amongst other people, right? Amongst other things. So this is definitely someone with the Emperor reversed to the Eight of Swords. They're so scared that they're losing power. Like, they're so scared that they're losing power. They know they're the bottom of the barrel, but they were okay with being the bottom of the barrel as long as they had the bottom of the barrel power. They were okay with being that way. But now this person feels like they're completely unprotected and powerless. Like, they're looking at their life in panic and chaos because they don't know what to do about the fact that there's nothing they can do. Like, something has happened that proves that she's losing. And what proves that she's losing is what she is experiencing in her life, in her world and reality. What proves that she's losing is the fact that her power is no longer working for her. Like, she's looking around and nobody is being affected by her the same way. Maybe she used to have a way with this person by saying this, acting like this, but it never works anymore. Like, people are beginning to disassociate from them in the way that they it's like, even if this person's around the same people, they don't feel the same way towards them. The people don't feel the same way towards them. They don't see them the same way. They don't think of them in the same manner. It's like these spells are wearing off. This is someone who casted spells on every single person that they connected to. They gave every single person that they connected to something that is spelled. So, oh, hey, friend, I bought you this. Or, hey, friend, you can have this of mine. Or, this is someone like that does things like that. The bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel. Yeah, the world. And this is, there are many witches like this that like have they've become okay with being who they are, even if they're the lowest of the low. Like, she knows that she is bottom feeder, but she loves being that because it's either she loves it or she accepts that she's insane. Because this is someone who definitely wanted to be portrayed as powerful and respected and fearful amongst other people. But that's not what's happening, or at least not anymore. Now, because that's what she's been doing witchcraft for, she's seeing that it's backfiring because it's no longer working. However way she was keeping that friend or keeping this situation, however way she was maintaining this connection, this partnership, this relationship, this dynamic with so and so, it's all spelled, it's all witchcraft based. And now because it's wearing off, everything's gonna fall away or fall apart because the spells are falling apart. It's no longer working. Yeah, the Two of Cups reversed, I can't make this up. The connections that she has with people will no longer work for her. Even if she tries to form new connections with other people, it won't be what she wants it to be. She's lost her power to manifest because she tainted her own purity with the darkness. She tainted her own purity with the darkness. She could have been who she wanted to be, clean with God and prayer and fasting. But no, and scriptures. But no, she chose other ways. She chose other things that are not of God. being blasphemous on purpose because you just choose to do that. And then you wonder why life is the way that it is. Like, this woman has a lot coming and she does not see it coming. A lot of karma coming her way. Everyone is going to leave her, literally. And that's her biggest fear, her worst nightmare in the world. Imagine doing witchcraft for years about a particular thing, and then you watch that particular thing fall apart. But you know the witchcraft, the work you put in. Because witchcraft, these witches be having to do the most, y'all. Yes, it's all dark. Yes, it's all this and that. But think about the effort that they go through. Think about all the ways that they have to, like, it's literally like they literally have to do this every day. Dedicating every day routinely to cast spells and send out energy to another person. And they have their people. Oh, I'm going to send you this energy. And then after, I'm going to communicate with you about this because I know I've sent you this energy and I know it's going to affect you in a particular way. They had their own things and it was working for them. I see here, but it's not anymore. The people around them are awakening. It's like they were surrounded by comics. The reason these people around them were touched by the witchcraft is because they were also of the darkness. They might not be witches, but they are of the darkness. They bad people. So witchcraft touches bad people, same as voodoo and black magic. But if you're not a bad person and you're of the light, if you're a good person, it won't touch you, simply put. So this woman here, she's losing everything. She's losing her power. Everyone doesn't want to talk to her. She's not getting the same messages, the same enthusiasm from people, the same energy. The energy has changed. The energy is no more. She's lost it all. There's nothing happening. Hello. It's like this person is questioning her whole entire life. She's looking at it like, man, what the heck? Like, she's like, man, something, like, she's also seeing that she's unwell. This witchcraft backfiring on her is making her reevaluate, like, man, I'm really not okay. Like, she's seeing it. She's one of many. These witches are losing their power. Yeah, choosing to remain unhealed has its consequences. Choosing to not let go has its consequences. Choosing to stay the same and resisting change has its consequences. And this person is going through the consequences. Her ancestors don't have any power in the spirit realm to protect her from anything. She's fighting a losing battle. She's going to learn not to do what she was doing. Time is going to put her in her place. When things go the way they're supposed to go, not the way the witchcraft was making them go. There's a trajectory happening. Something is changing here. The same change she tried to resist. The same energy she tried to fight against. The same thing that she was holding together with the witchcraft. What I'm seeing here is like this person was so invested and committed and dedicated. It's so sad. Like, you have to force people to love you. You have to force someone to want to be with you, with a friend or whatever. This person has to force people to connect with them. They have to spell the items or something of them has to have a spell on it for them to experience love from that person, for them to be able to connect with that person. Like, it's so sad, man. Like, it's really sad. And with the Three of Wands reversed to the Six of Cups reversed, this person has lived like this for as long as they could remember. And because it's all falling apart, please just think about what she's going through. It's terrifying. It's a nightmare. Her worst nightmare. Her worst fear comes to life. Like, she can't believe what she's facing. She's so afraid. In the community, in her world, her life, and reality, she can't even walk in the same image. She's lost herself. She's so afraid to connect with the people that she casts spells on. So she usually used to call this friend at this time, or go here with this one at this time, or connect with this one on this level at this time with this energy, that everything is just falling apart. So she's so afraid to even do anything else. At this time, this person is trying to be alone, but at the same time, she's not trying to like show other people what's going on. So she's trying to act normal. She's trying to master the day and night. Like, oh, the sun and the moon. I can walk like this in the sun, walk like this in the moon, walk like this under the sun, walk like this under the moon. Meaning, during the day I can pretend to be this way, and then during the night I can pretend to be a certain another way. So she's trying to play a game with her own self. She's trying to program and condition herself to live with the witchcraft that is backfiring on her. She's trying to she's talking herself into a calm mind. Like, don't freak out on her, don't freak out on him. Just talk to her. Like, she's looking at herself in the mirror saying all these things. Just talk to them like this, say that. Just look like this, smile, they don't know you casted spells, you don't have to worry. Or even if they know, it's okay, they still love you. Like, this person's just trying to convince themselves or whatever, just to make sure that they don't lose their mind. But it's already happening. She's trying to run away from the fact that she's insane, but she is. And whether she wants to change that or not, it's not going to happen. She has to face what she's done. She has to live with the spells every day. And with the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman to the Four of Pentacles, no matter how hard she tries to, fight against it, it's going to happen. And she has to just find a way to live with it. It's going to happen. She just needs to find a way to live with it. And as she finds a way to live with it, she needs to understand that it's no one else's problem but hers. Now, whether this was someone who liked to make other people feel burdened with her things, crying and exaggerating certain things to make people react in certain ways or feel a certain way about her. Like, this is someone who would exaggerate the truth to a certain person because they want that person to feel sorry for them. They want that person to stay connected to them. Like, this is sad, y'all. Like, you have to do all this just for people to care about you. That's sad. Like, you have to do, like, if we look at it, this is sad. You have to go through all of this for someone to give a damn about your existence. You have to do spells every day so that that friend is around you. Like, this person, they're a fashion witch. They put it on, whether it's putting a smile on their face or teardrops down their eyes or opening up that cootie cat and chanting all sorts of things to call in whoever, or whatever she be doing. She does it, and she does it every day. This person lives a sad life, and she was so dark within herself in the beginning, and the darkness just proceeded and grew, that the darkness of the now is not like the darkness of then. It's not of the same potency. Now her darkness has grew to the point where it has no bounds and limits. It has completely taken her under. She's definitely crazy. Like, she's definitely crazy. She feels like her little life, her little world, her little reality is no longer what it used to be. My thing is, why do you have to cast a spell on someone? Why can't you just show up as you and have a conversation with them, build a bond, a relationship with them out of your own genuine, natural energy? Why do you have to cast a spell on someone's mind and heart? Why do you have to interfere with someone's free will? This person definitely has an immature God complex. Immature God complex. It's like with the Page of Pentacles, this person never learns. They never learn. It's like, girl, but you know what? It's none of your business. You just gonna know that someone is going through what they're going through. but it's none of your business. But it's spiritual news because this is the same person who is sending you energy, trying to get you to not move forward with your life because she's intimidated by your life. Because you don't need to do what you do to keep anybody around you. People naturally love you. See how karma works. If you don't stay in your lane and work on yourself, you'll fall into things of darkness and they'll sink you under. Because the very same thing she's jealous of when it comes to you, she could work on it within herself and have it for herself as well. And learn that it's okay to be yourself and show up in your world, your life, your reality. And those that genuinely and sincerely want to be around you will be around you. But you have to cast a spell on someone because you're intimidated by another person's light and you want to be more than them. This person has always been obsessed with being something she's not instead of just being herself. And now the time for her to live in that fantasy is over. Everything's falling apart. Thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. If you're keen to join my Patreon, you'll find my email in the description box below, as well as my email in the description box below. The link to my Patreon is in the description box below. If you're keen to join my Patreon, there's weekly sign readings I offer and personal readings that I offer on my Patreon. And then I offer one-on-one sessions, life coach sessions. You can only book me for those directly via my email. It's also in the description box below. You can type what is on the screen via Google, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website if you come access your description box. But thank you so much for your time. Goodbye.